Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Today in my Stormy Weather Art Journal, which is helping me get past a really bad storm that came through here and caused a tornado, so that I don't have anxiety attacks every time I hear thunder. The prompt I gave myself for today is pine debris, pine needles specifically. This is a journal that I made myself. It's all different. It's a junk journal. Scraps of paper, and some of it had paint on it, like this page. But I don't know what else to do. So a lot of my prompts have turned into what I call slides under the microscope. They're very all abstract. They don't specifically look like a pine needle, but I fantasize about a pine needle under a microscope, and this is what it looks like, a cell from a pine needle. So I took that painted page, I added other stuff on top of it with my tempera paint sticks, and I got out my tiny box of paper scraps, and this is where the tiny ones go, started adding more to it. I'm also chasing the dog from chewing on a stuffed animal seal that came from Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. So if you see me disappear for a second, that's where I went. None of this makes any sense whatsoever. It is me putting color down on top of color and adding some more color. And then I saw a book page that said, see this. I'm like, okay, if you're looking under a microscope, you need to see this. So that's what I'm doing. None of it makes any sense. None of it has any kind of color theory in it. None of it has any kind of anything that you would learn in art school, I'm assuming, because I've never been to art school and never will go to art school. This is just me playing in a junk journal, trying to get rid of anxiety from storms after a tornado passed through 4 doors away from us during a bad summer storm. So, and yesterday there were chainsaws everywhere. While I was making my video yesterday, there were chainsaws going off, and we walked past the house 3 doors down that had 6 trees cut out of it yesterday, which I heard those trees fall and those loud thumps, and that noise still sends shivers down my spine. I'm able to function. I was able to function before, but I don't want to have that kind of feeling or anxiety every time I hear thunder or hear a tree fall over, which I still have a little bit of it. Not as bad as it was. I'm trying to concentrate on every time I hear those noises saying, okay, it's details. Tiny little details are what I'm focusing on in these kind of journals, thinking about the tiny little details, the tiny little brush strokes, and concentrating on those facts and that wheel going through my head over and over and over, rather than, oh my gosh, is that storm coming this direction? That wheel going on in my head. I don't want that wheel. I want to get rid of that wheel. So, and when I say wheel, that's the only term I know. I'm not a psychologist, and I do not recommend this kind of therapy and if you need help. This is just me helping me the best way I know how for me, which is getting paint all over your hands and, using a heat gun on wet paint. So I am better, but I'm still kind of thinking, oh, yeah, these, there's thunder. Oh, yeah, we've had a lot of the white haze from the fires up in Canada here in South Carolina. That smoke is filtering all the way down here, believe it or not. And so it's hard to see the thunderstorm clouds coming in the afternoons when our humidity gets so high that the storms take over, which is what happens every day here in the South. It's like, okay, how am I going to know if a storm comes in? I did have that thought a couple times yesterday, but I don't dwell on it, and it's not stopping me from living. But I would like to get even farther than that. And by concentrating on the tiny marks I'm making on this page, rather than those other thoughts, that's the way of not curing, but surviving with storm worries in the summer in the South. And this one was fun. I added layers upon layers upon layers, and then I got it wet, and then I painted it, and then I dried it, and then I added some more layers. And gold and black. I mean, what can be any better than that? It was fun, I have to say. It was very fun. And it looks like Dina Wakley was here. Woohoo! What could be any better than that? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm here every day doing silly things in these journals and having a grand old time. Um, and I welcome new members. I'm getting new people here, a little couple here and there every week, which is great. I don't know anything. I just play and I have a grand time doing it. And I love to hear comments from all of you guys and see comments from you guys. And that makes me happy. And this does too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Bye.